Hey everyone, my name is Jenny Tank and I am Lakeland University's on-campus yoga instructor. Today, as you can see, we have a very different setup. No mat. I am in very comfortable clothing and I am sitting on a sofa. This is a practice that can be done seated in a chair, on the floor, sofa, being in any form of attire that you feel comfortable. This is going to be a little bit different of a style of class. It's a different and new technique that I personally just learned about, and I think that would be extremely beneficial to you. It is called Emotional Freedom Technique, also referred to as EFT. It is based on acupressure points throughout the body and a tapping. You possibly have seen videos kind of circulating about this technique. It's actually one that's been around for a while, since it's based off of acupressure, or also known as acupuncture, the Chinese medicine where different meridians or energy hotspots that flow through your body, these meridians connect, creating a very hotspot in the body, and it is prone to a lot of energy. And sometimes tapping these meridians, I'm doing one on my hand right now, can just help release any anxiety, any stress, tension that comes in the body. It really brings your breath into the moment and allows your mind to settle in the moment too. I do want to state that this technique, this EFT technique, is not meant to solve any problems or alleviate things for you if things continue to surface and show up and you need additional assistance. Know that this is not a cure. This is not an end-all be-all. It's just a wonderful self-help technique that can bring you into the moment and allow you to just be a little bit more present with your mind, your body, and your breath. So as I mentioned, Emotional Freedom Technique, or EFT, it's based on acupressure. These meridians go all throughout your body. If you're interested at all, feel free to look it up. Just Chinese medicine, acupressure. It's really interesting. I personally have done many rounds of acupuncture with a professional who is certified and highly trained in acupuncture, and they penetrate these meridians in your body, and it really can help alleviate a lot of things. But this is not about acupuncture, it's about EFT, that emotional freedom technique. So what you do is you tap your fingers on these meridians, or these lines, the hot spots, and it just helps release that tension, that anxiety. And I'm going to go through some of them with you to offer it as a technique. You can do this alone. You can do this when you're sitting in class, even if you're listening and you feel a lot of anxiety coming up. You can do this sitting, eating dinner or breakfast or lunch, any meal that you're experiencing. You're welcome to do this. You can be in a group and someone might notice you doing it, and it is not uncomfortable to tell them what you're doing. You can say, I learned this technique, it's called EFT, and it just helps kind of bring me into the moment. So the first one is known as the karate chop, and the reason it's called that is because there is a fleshy part between your end of your pinky and the top of your wrist. Karate chop. What you can do, you can take your two fingers, doesn't matter left or right side, you can alternate if you'd like. Allow yourself to just get comfortable. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. And you can take your fingers and you can just tap. It might seem odd at the beginning. You might feel a little embarrassed even just sitting watching me do this. But just that tapping sensation in that same spot can start to settle you down, start to alleviate some anxiety, some stress. If one hand starts to get tired, you can switch, taking either one or two fingers and tapping on the other side, karate chop, on that side. You can do it for as long as you'd like. The longer, the more that you sit with your breath, the more of a benefit there is to it. Just doing it once or twice, you might not notice anything. So just feel free to stick with it. You can even close the eyes as you tap. You might find a rhythm that feels really soothing to you. And this just allows the mind to settle into the body. You're doing something repetitive, so it doesn't take a lot of energy in the brain space. Just tapping that body, the fingers to the side of the hand can start to bring some awareness there and pull your attention into the moment. So if you're doing it on one side, take another deep breath in. Smooth exhale. Feel free to keep it going if you'd like. Or if you want to move on to another spot, another option that we won't practice together, but it is something that you can tap, is the top of your head. So it's a little bit below the crown of your head, and you can just tap it. Doesn't matter left, right hand. Just tap, 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 tap. One that I find really soothing is on the eyebrow line. You can take one finger, both fingers, and it's where your eyebrow hair connects with your skin. So if you take your fingers and you just gently glide it across your eyebrows, do you feel that bone? And it goes all the way down to the creases of the eyes even. So for this one, the eyebrows, I like to take one finger. You can do one side. You can do both sides at the same time. And again, maybe closing the eyes and just allowing the breath. You'll want it to be on that bone space, that space where the eyebrow and the skin meet. And you can even start to move it out towards the corners of the eyes. But really focus on the tap to be on the bone. And breathe. And then we're going to work to another point, which is the eyes. You can do it, it's not on the temple. A lot of times people think, oh, you're tapping the temple space. You actually want it to be on the bone. So the side of the eye. Again, you can even do one side. I find that both sides really helps ground you in. As you're doing this, especially on the face, you can close your eyes and still hear and feel the taps. Moving to another point. Feel free to stay with any of these. Pause the video and continue to do these taps. Is under the eye. And again, it's not up towards the eyes. It's following that bone. So we went from the eyebrows down the side eye. Now we're going to go under the eye. And I find doing the peace fingers on this is really soothing. It just allows a little bit more surface area of the fingers to tap. You'll notice that the muscles in the face start to relax too as you're just gently tapping. Stay with this point or explore another one with me, which is under the nose. So that space between right under the bottom of the nose, the top of the lip. And I find just one finger, one hand is really comfortable with this one. Tap, tap, tapping here. There are more points throughout the body, moving to the chin even. And of those points that we've gone through, we've done the karate chop, we've done the top of the head, we've done the eyebrows, moving to the side of the eye, under the eye, under the nose, and the chin. There's another point underneath the armpit space, but we'll skip that one for today. Just notice if one of these spaces feels really calming to you, really soothing. I like the karate chop because you can even do it if you're sitting in a meeting or in a conference on a Zoom call. It's something that you can just do. It really kind of just helps ground you in. Again, the emotional freedom technique, that EFT. One that also I find very soothing if you're home, kind of slowing down in the evening. Just under the eyes, closing the eyes and breathing in, breathing out, letting it go. Allowing those muscles to relax after a long day, either looking at computer, writing throughout the day, going through meetings. Take one more deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Slowly allow the hands to just drop. I really appreciate you joining me for this little different style of a class. It's meant to be a self-help technique to you, EFT, emotional freedom technique. If there are other things that you see that really are interesting to you, or you'd like one of these little self-help videos to share with either friends, coworkers, anybody else that's on campus, feel free to share it with them. Or if you want us to do more of these, drop comments and let us know what you're interested in. As always, we have completely free yoga, meditation, and now these self-help videos that are available to you on our YouTube channel. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, obviously here on YouTube as well. But we just really appreciate you, and we hope you're doing well and staying healthy. And until next time, thank you so much. Bye for now.